Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 setups for today. So, a little bit of confusion going on. Asian session, we are falling, but if you look at how we finished those previous two bars, the rest of the market weren't too worried about the Fed minutes. But anyway, Asians are clearly worried about it, and then we are falling. Now, I just want to get to the weekly here because we do need to find some form of structure, and you can see it's starting to look like a bit of a flag. Extremely overbought on the weekly. Not something you want to be chasing, to be honest. But in saying that, if you just look back in time, look how long we stayed overbought here in 2021. So pretty much from April all the way through to August, we stayed overbought. So anything is possible. Don't take what you see on the oscillators as gospel, because that is not always the case. Anyway, what we're looking for is pull back onto structure. We don't really have any weekly structure. This is the closest weekly structure we have, which is 43.27. And if we drop down to the 8th hour, you can see there's nothing really here. Here's your closest structure all the way down here. Now, if we look at this on the 3 hour, you're going to start seeing a little bit of a different pattern, and you'll see we start opening up for a couple of things. There is a pin bar right over there, so that would be a breakout retest. So that's definitely something that we need to be paying attention to. If you look at the oscillators all over the place at the moment, nothing really there. And then the second thing that I would do is take your Fibonacci's and get your Fibonacci levels in, because that would also be of interest. You can see 23.6 was buyers coming in off that. Next is 38.2 down here, and that's just below this pin bar, so just that one in as well. You can see there's pin bar to the downside, pin bar to the upside. That's kind of a structure that I can see at the moment. But anyway, we do have non-farm payroll still to come, which could also add fuel to fire. Right, so looking at the hour, we do have a gap here, and we're moving pretty swiftly at the moment. 0.3% down, 0.4% down, not that bad. But you can see there was when the US opened, minutes coming out later here, and wasn't really a reaction to it. But the Asian session is definitely not happy with what they've heard. What I'd like to do, look to the left, we are in chaos. You can see these tails here are of importance. And I just want to head back one more, if there is one more swing high. That is not too far back. Doesn't look like that. And no. Okay, let's ignore that. So what we're looking at is this swing high. Now, look, all of these levels, that's probably the level that we need to be paying attention to at the moment, if we can stay above that. Otherwise, we're coming back to test something down here, and we've got those levels drawn in. So anyway, you can see that was a test yesterday, 44.36, and now we're back in this area again. I'd wait to see what happens with this bar. Still 30 minutes to go in the trading session at the moment, but we are, for all intents and purposes, after hours, so we need to wait for the European session. So for me, still looking for an opportunity to buy into this. Not going to pay too much attention to what's happening after hours, because if you look at how the American market reacted to the noise, it was a little bit confused, but it wasn't an overreaction. This, to me, at the moment, is the Asian market just overreacting to the noise. So here's your first level. We need to get above it though, 44.36. If we don't get above it, and when I say above it, we want this kind of setup. Look, there, beautiful pin bar. There's an inside bar, and if you see an inside bar or an engulfing bar, there's normally a second move. And you can see there's the pin bar, and then an engulfing bar. So this was your entry long. If you were still holding that, you'd be stopped out. And you can see straight up to the underside there, 181 points. So straight into this chaos, take profit. And then you can see we're all over the place. So yeah, this is still the level 44.36. We need to get above it. We need to get the similar kind of structure like that before we pay attention to it. Otherwise, we are dropping, and we are dropping to 44.21. And you can see there is a gap here, so that is going to act as a magnet. Let's just put that in there. That covers both those gaps. And I don't think there is much structure around the gaps. Well, there is. Sorry, I lie. Do that. Those two swing lows there. And then that swing high there. So that's right around the gap. You can see the chaos here. So that's definitely going to be some form of support. Okay, so you're looking for 44.21. Your gap is around 44.27 and 44.30. So that's kind of the area that you need to pay attention to. We start getting price action in that area, fairly decent area to buy. If we don't drop to that, you're looking for us to get above this level here, 44.36, and you're looking for an opportunity to buy. Just bear in mind, you are still waiting on data. There is some data today, and then non-farm payrolls tomorrow. So we could still just meander around like we did yesterday. But for now, if you just look at the bigger picture, trend is up. You should be going with the trend. You're looking for big, high time frame support levels, and that's what you need to be paying attention to. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.